dominance and stake their claim for title contention. Arriving from Colorado, Curtis Razor Blades has been at the very top of the division for a number of years now, utilising his devastating power and formidable grappling to overcome a who's who of the big boy division. Tomorrow he enters the courtyard of the UK's own wrecking machine, Tom Aspinall. With 5 UFC fights and 5 stoppage wins, Aspinall has broken records and has rallied an army of fans whilst he targets the golden UFC heavyweight belts. In the co-main event, it's a showcase bout between middleweights as Nordic warrior Jack the Joker Hermansson protects his rankings number against a man on a mission to disrupt the top of the division and extend his win streak to a shiny 9, the action man, Chris Curtis. And that's not all, as the O2 Woolwich fever pitch as Liverpool's Paddy the Baddy Pimlet brings his house party to London and will look to dance his way to victory over Sin City's monkey god, Jordan Levitt. We would like to send a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members joining us here today in London. We hope to see all of you right back here for the fight tomorrow. We would also like to thank our UFC sponsors. And now, it's the weigh-in for UFC Fight Night, Blades versus Aspinall. Make some noise for the UK's very own Michael Bisping.
What's up, London? How we doing? Let's get these weigh-ins started. First of all, round of applause. Beautiful ring girls, Camilla Oliveira, Carly Baker, matchmaker, Mick Maynard, Hunter Campbell. All right, let's get the first fight going. In the welterweight division, Nicholas Dolby taking on Claudio Silva. Walking to the scale, Nicholas Dolby. 170 pounds for Nicholas Dolby. And now walking to the scale, Claudio Silva. £170.5 for Claudio Silva. All right, next up in the women's flyweight division, we got Mandy Baum taking on Victoria Leonardo. Walking to the scale, Victoria Leonardo. $125.5 for Victoria Leonardo. And now walking to the scale, Mandy the Monster Baum. $125 for Mandy Baum. All right, next up we got a great fight in the lightweight division. Jai Herbert taking on Kyle Nelson. Walking to the scale right now, Kyle the Monster Nelson. $155 for Kyle Nelson. All right, next up, walking to the scale, Birmingham's own Jai Herbert. $155 for Jai Herbert. All right, next up in the flyweight division, we got Muhammad Makai taking on Charles Johnson. Walking to the scale, Charles Inner G Johnson. $125.5 for Charles Johnson. All right, now walking to the scale, fighting out of Manchester, Muhammad the Punisher Makai. $126 for Muhammad Makai. You don't want to miss that one, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the featherweight division, Makwan Amirkhani taking on Jonathan Pierce. Making the walk right now, Jonathan JSP Pierce. £145 for Jonathan Pierce. Now walking to the scale, Mr. Finland, Makwan Amirkhani. £145.5 for Mr. Finland, Makwan Amirkhani. All right, next up in the featherweight division, we've got another great fight for you. Nathaniel Wood taking on Charles Boston Strong Rosa. Walking to the scale right now, Charles Rosa, Boston Strong. $145 for Charles Rosa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of London, Nathaniel the Prospect Wood. $145.5 for Nathaniel Wood. All right, next up, we've got a great lightweight fight. Margie Casey, the Bone Crusher, taking on Damir Hadzovic, the Bosnian Bomber. Walking to the scale right now, Damir Hadzovic. $156 for Damir Hadzovic. And now walking to the scale, Mark, the Bone Crusher, Jacasey. £156 for Mark Jacasey. All right, next up we got the featured bout in the lightweight division. Mason, the Dragon Jones, taking on Ludovic, Mr. Highlight Klein. Welcome to the scale right now, Ludovic Klein. £155 for Ludovic Klein. Now walking to the scale, Mason, the Dragon Jones. £55 for Wales, Mason, the Dragon Jones. All right, moving on to the main card. All right, next up we move on to the main card. Kicking things off, Paul Berju Craig taking on Volkan No Time Oezdemir. Walking to the scale, Volkan Oezdemir. $205.5 for Volkan Oezdemir. And now walking to the scale, fighting out of Scotland, Paul Berju Craig. £206 for Paul Craig. Alright, moving on to the women's flyweight division. Molly Meatball McCann taking on Hannah 24K Goldie. Walking to the scale right now, Hannah Goldie. 125 pounds for Hannah Goldie. And now making the walk, fighting out of Liverpool, Molly the Meatball McCann. 125.5 for Molly McCann. Next up, we've got a great fight in the light heavyweight division. Nikita Krylov taking on Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. Taking the wall right now, Alexander Gustafsson. Now walking to the scale, Nikita the Miner Krylov. £4 for Nikita Krylov. Alright, next up in the lightweight division, what you've all been waiting for. Paddy the Paddy Pimblett taking on Jordan the Monkey King Levy. Walking to the scale right now, Jordan Levy. $155 for Jordan Levy. And now making the walk, Paddy the Paddy Pimblett. £156 for Paddy the Paddy Pimblett. Moving on to the co-main event. Jack Hermanson taking on Curtis Action Man Chris Curtis. Making the walk, Chris Curtis. 186 pounds for Chris Curtis. Now making the walk to the scale, Jack the Joker Hermanson. All right, now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in tomorrow night's main event.
It has been a long 3 years, but the UFC is back in London.
That night was absolutely electric. It was my first main event, and it was the first time fighting with a crowd.
4 fights in the UFC, 4 finishes. When you do that, this is what happens. O2 Arena in London, sold out, and they're all here for Tom Aspinall.
It was the biggest moment of my sporting career.
Oh my goodness, the speed.
Some people crumble under that pressure, but that's just not me.
Unbelievable head movement by Aspinall.
I mean, the guy is so technically good.
I was put on this earth to do the sport.
Straight arm lock attempt here from Aspinall. Gets it! He's done it! What a moment for Tom Aspinall. That is the biggest win of his career.
Listen, people, I've been telling everybody all week, I'm born for this. I'm ready.
So 1 week after Tom Aspinall made a major statement in London, Curtis Blaydes is ready to show the world that his game has never been stronger.
I get a lot of pleasure from eating guys and taking their hype. Time and time again, the UFC gives me these prospects and everyone else on the outside expects me to lose, and I prove them wrong.
Oh! Curtis Razor Blaydes by knockout! How do you like him now?
This guy really does look like he can be a future heavyweight champion. He's trying now to get it all rolling in the right direction.
Initially, I was just a wrestler.
The most decorated takedown artist in UFC heavyweight history.
I now believe that I have the best footwork in the division, and footwork is what leads to knockouts.
Do not label this man as a wrestler. He's a very well-rounded, mean, vicious, strong, and hungry mixed martial artist.
Curtis Blaydes is dangerous everywhere. I need to be 100% on my game in all aspects. It's a very, very tough fight, and I'm completely aware of that. But I can finish anybody if I make the right decisions at the right time.
Oh! Tom Aspinall! Still all the rage!
Look at the guys that I finished, and look at how I finished them. I've got finishes in all different positions, in all different ways.
There it is, look at that, it's over, it's done.
He's athletic, he has speed, but I believe I'm a lot more experienced and a lot more prepared. I'm not out there to lose. I want to find a way to get the finish yet again.
I want to beat Curtis Blaydes, and that's it. I'm expecting absolute madness, and I'm going to win this fight.
And now making the walk to the scale, England's own Tom Aspinall. £51 for Tom Aspinall. And now, making his way to the scale, Curtis Razor Blaydes. £260 for Curtis Razor Blades. All right, I'm here with England's own Tom Aspinall. Tom, just under 24 hours, the fight's going to go down. What can these fans expect tomorrow night?
These fans can expect an exciting heavyweight matchup between me and Curtis. This guy's a beast. I'm a beast. This is going to be a good fight. Everyone better be ready for it.
Show your appreciation, Tom Aspinall. I'm here with Curtis Razor Blades. Curtis, first time fighting in London. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Happy to be here. Happy to be able to be another main event, and just happy to put on the show tomorrow night.
Show your appreciation, Curtis Razor Blades. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. See you all tomorrow night.
Saturday, July 23rd, the UFC returns to London. Curtis Blades looks to use his elite skills to turn back England's own Tom Aspinall, wanting to put on another show-stopping performance in his hometown, plus a full card of non-stop action. You do not want to miss UFC Fight Night, live from O2 Arena, only on ESPN+.